Hi, I'm MutationCIP, and it's been a while since I've done an intro like this. I haven't really done this kind of intro since, I think, honestly, Season 1. And, obviously, the season, as it comes to, like, actual editing the videos and such, it hasn't been the greatest, to say the least. The last video was not good, and I apologize. I tried doing an animated thing, so I want to do animated stuff again. I'd even like it. I honestly should have delayed the video a little bit and just re-evaluated the whole thing. But for those who are new here and just happen to randomly come across this video, this is Passion SMP, and it's the end of Season 2. As of recording this, we are wrapping up and getting ready for Season 3, getting the people in, getting the player list settled, and we're going to be soon talking about, amongst ourselves, when we're actually starting it and figuring out all the mods, all the fun little stuff. I want to just walk around the world and walk and talk about everything that's gone on throughout the season. Of course, there's a lot going on here at Spawn. I decided this season I was going to stick right to Spawn. There is a pretty flexible rule that we set up at the beginning of, hey, maybe keep your starter bases pretty close by and keep your mega bases somewhat close by so I don't have to build a giant nether hub. I built a giant nether hub anyway. But this ended up being my starter base, question mark. I had this weird hill going on which later got heavily terraformed. Anything that was left over from the original is just gone now. But I have this beautiful base, mainly because I just wanted a nice mountain house. This has since been gutted since the beginning of the server. This used to have my bedroom and then a couple storage rooms back here, and I think like a back patio kind of area going, or not patio, a back mud room going on. The kitchen used to be partly mud room as well, and it had a door right there that went to my guest house, which Pumpky is staying in, and my bathhouse, which is, it's literally just a bath. I don't think this room has been used at all. And I later ended up building my barn, and we're gonna completely ignore the big structure back here because that didn't come till way later. I completely desecrated the entire mountain that was here, and the only remnants of its existence anymore, I don't think they're even here anymore. I think the only thing that kinda exists from the original terraforming is this specific line here. I think that's it. All of it's gone otherwise. I first built this entrance down to my huge base. I have regrets. I have many regrets. Because I decided, oh yeah, for the first part of my mega base, I'm gonna build all 4 of these rooms, well, technically it's 9, all 4 of these rooms at once, because that was a great idea. I'm pretty sure I still have some screenshots of me dismantling that thing, because I didn't really record the dismantling. Because, like, digging a hole underground doesn't really translate well in time lapses, unfortunately. This used to be a storage room, and it's now a storage room again. I used to live down here proper, and the last video I did showed me, one, figuring out I could use macaws. I'm loving using all of the modded blocks we have now. I am definitely the cat dad who didn't want the cat. I say as a cat dad who has a cat. Anyway, I'm been using the macaws windows for various stuff. We have the parapets and curtains to make these beautiful storage racks, and if we get down into the noodles, I slowly went around and connected all of my farms over here with horrible redstone. This is the best way I could do it, because they only extend like 50 blocks, I think, in our testing. Something similar to that. Oh, and we also have my walk-in fridge for my eggs and chicken. And one of the other major things that I spent a while on was this iron farm. So much of the footage got cut out of it, unfortunately, of me in the process of making this. There were like 2 hours of footage for this alone. And way down here, there we go. These are all perfectly separated out, so they all actually work by themselves. None of these iron farms cross over, and it's as close together as I could put it. And because it's, well, an iron farm, you don't really have to be super close to it. It just runs all the time. And then oh, wait, hold on, I'm wrong. I am very wrong. Back here was supposed to be another one of my storage rooms, but I never ended up having enough stuff that I needed to store to use it, so it just became my mini farm room, and for a while my kitchen before the kitchen got moved over there. And then later on, my mob farm. This was originally just like a basic mob farm, something you'd expect to see on Skyblock, just a bunch of platforms and a place for the mobs to die. But thanks to the mods we have, like, for example, I can pick up entities, and spawners are considered block entities. So you can carry them around and make super efficient farms, which was the entire reason we wanted the mod in the first place. So I have my lovely, oh, is that a baby? Is that a baby that just spawns? Yes, it is. I have all of my spawners that I need there, and then later on, we even went and added a creeper farm into here. It's just a small little passive one because I am literally right underneath spawn. There's a spawner right there. I am directly pretty much underneath spawn. That portal is spawn exactly. And then I also went over here. We're gonna ignore all the copper stuff. I'm not continuing that. That happened last episode. We're gonna ignore the jail cell. I did a bunch of trading and made this little trading farm, but in order to make this part at all, you know what? Hopefully no one closed that. It doesn't seem to be. I really hope it isn't. I've already died once to someone having closed this. Okay. I had to come up here and make a breeding hall with a little entrance, and this was the first time I really did redstone. It's basic redstone, I know. First time I really did redstone without any help. I'm like, I could probably figure this out. It's fine. It's cool. And so I'm like, okay, let me do a little breeding hall. And then next to it, I built Happy Gas parking, which is so adorable and I love it dearly. And then I built a little horse stable next to it. And this is a way to get up and down from down below because these mountains are really annoying to get up. And then I'm like, okay, that little stand over there was my fried rice spot because they have modded food. I'm gonna come over here and make a cute little fried rice shop. And it's extended over into the building next to it and taken over this shop where I sell all of the, I sell all the fried rice I've made because I made a bunch of automated fried rice farm. And then we finally moved. We had a giant village at the start, nicknamed Cherry Village because we have a repurposed structure, so it was a Cherry Blossom Village. And for some reason, we have a problem on the server. We do have mob culling. It doesn't help this problem. There were like 4 dozen villagers there. A raid didn't help at all. And so I came out and moved what villagers were surviving, and then slowly added and got all the enchantments. And then I had to do that again because at some point the villagers all died, so we got new guys in. And upstairs is just excess villagers. There's some Fletchers up there, there's a meeting room here. I think that all of these guys are originals from the Cherry Blossom, and then now this one's empty. And then oh wait, hold on, no. This is not chronological order if I keep going. We're gonna go back downstairs. Doink. And there's a special little trick there. If you put a carpet over powdered snow, it just kind of removes all fall damage. I proceeded to make, first was a rice farm over there, and it still is an auto rice farm. And then this was first my carrot and onion farm, but it gave me so many freaking carrots and none of the onions because of the way the villagers work. They didn't want to pick up the onions at all. So I had like maybe 25 carrots to 1 onion, which wasn't fun. Hence why these are now full of onions. These got added in later. There was supposed to be more space for villagers, but I just don't need them. And so all the villagers from that farm got moved into here. And I more recently replaced the auto crop with the rice farm, and then also put in these, which are semi-automatic. And they got little levers hidden over here. And then I slowly went about, this is no longer chronological order, whatever. I've gone about and slowly added entrances to each side of my base, which has already continued to claim lives. Currently, and I think what's gonna stay unless I change the value, currently the north staircase is the winner of deaths. It has claimed, I think, about 6 lives, and the west staircase has claimed 1. The east and south have yet to claim anything, I don't think. Oh, I forgot I also built Dirt Cheap at the very beginning. Dirt Cheap literally was to sell my dirt and random stuff. Dirt, stone, deep slate, it's all sold here. Oh, somebody's actually been taking some. Nice. There's so many, and I still have way more. I just literally never came by to check on this. It just sold whatever random stuff I had. Somebody, I think that might have been granite or andesite. It's probably andesite then. Somebody came and bought a bunch of andesite. But the south entrance is hiding around here, and there's a creeper hiding with it. Oh yeah, and I built that bridge. that is a thing that exists. I went around and did a bunch of paths for the server too, so there's a bunch of bridges about the place to most of the bases, not all of them, because some are really far away and Skip is literally floating, but most places have some sort of path to connect them up. Oh yeah, and we can actually come over to this place now. This was built in order to kind of hide the entrance to this base because I wanted something more and something I could properly live in. So this entire bottom floor pretty much is just my storage, organized out in the way I like. So all my wood stuff is over here, my blocks in general are there, and then I have two miscellaneous ones over here, miscellaneous non-placeables and miscellaneous placeables, because that's what works for my brain. And with nothing better to do for the second floor, I literally just put an indoor garden, and then there's a meeting room on that side. And I got my lovely little room up here with Dusty. And then because I have so many villagers downstairs due to the iron farm, we got Scruffy, which is actually based off a real life cat that was astray around my house. The last time I saw him, he got cleaned up and was looking a lot better, and I haven't seen him since, so I'm really hoping he finally got adopted or something. That'd be sweet. And then Marshmallow is just here. She's cute. And then Axralia stayed in that place for a little bit. Lilac left mid-season. We didn't have some great members that were swiftly soon after handled and removed. And Axralia was given permission to actually take over Lilac's base, which is that large, beautiful structure back there. And I think that's... Oh, wait, hold on. Another hub. And also these buildings were gonna stop around for a bit, tell stories. Axe was dying a bunch, so we joked about a graveyard, and it gave me just enough inspiration where I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna make a graveyard. And I just logged on one day and made this, and I'm pretty sure Winfred came from one of Misty's streams. 10 out of 10 spider. I'm pretty sure Lil Jim's from one of Race Car's things. Vroom is definitely one of Axe's graves. And I don't know if they took any other ones, no. And then later I came over, I wanted to make a proper XP farm. We have a farm in the end. It's not really that good. I wanted to make a better XP farm, and lately the craze has been Armadillo Farm. So we came down here to make the Pit Club. And it's connected upstairs to a potion shop. Although I keep the Pit Club pretty... What's the word I want? Stock. Also, I joked about before we removed those players, a bunch of stuff was going missing, and well, it's not outright outlawed. It's pretty discouraged to just go about stealing stuff. Please just ask people. It's just the nice thing to do, especially when you're stealing like huge amounts of people's stock or back stock of things. And Axe was like, okay, we're gonna go around and I'm gonna go around and discover who's doing this. And I thought it was really funny to make Sherlock Homne shares another username that she uses sometimes. So I thought I'd make Sherlock Homne. And so it's just a fittingly inspired, cute little place. I don't think this ever got used, but I love it. By the time I built this, the problem was handled, but I wanted to build it anyway. It's just cute. I think that mostly most of my builds are like right here. Pretty much all of them are. I can't think of anything that's super far away as far as my own builds go. Oh yeah, we have claims, so those exist. Oh yeah, we did. I will throw in some clips at the end of this. We did a stream last night, which was just pretty much going over everything we were going over right now. And I just ran around and did stuff. I had a trail ruin saved over here that really didn't give me anything. Neither of them did. I did get snort shards though. I have them. I don't know I'm gonna use them at all. My elytra's almost broken. That's the problem. Switch out the Batwing. I was wearing Batwings. Why was I wearing Batwings too? I'm supposed to be on Batwings. Okay. And then apparently I had something saved all the way out here. That was an ocean ancient city. Again, the repurposed structures. It's just an ancient city in the ocean with a bunch of guardians. But I'll throw in some clips at the end of us hanging out there. I think the Nether was my biggest project. Yeah, safe to say that is not a small amount. It took, I think, I have a spreadsheet. Hold on, let me check. The way the Nether hub was made in order to actually, save my computer power and parse out some of the work, I made this into, I think it was like 6 or 7 separate schematics using Lightmatica, which gave me, thankfully, a bunch of material lists. And so in order to actually figure out how much of everything I needed, I had to, 1, write down all of the materials from each list and put them all together into one lovely spreadsheet. And the total ended up being 12 shulker boxes of quartz and 6.5 shulker boxes of tuff, as well as a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff. I think surprisingly only needed 4 or 5, maybe 11 tops. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, about 11. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, just about 11 stacks of packed ice for all of this. I honestly should have invested in blue ice then. I'm pretty sure blue ice is faster, so maybe we'll do that next season. And I got lucky. I didn't have to go for the frog lights at all. Lilac early on into the season made a frog light farm, and so she gave me a bunch for free or helping out with something. I can't remember exactly why, but she gave me a bunch, so I was just able to use that. And also, to be clear, the only reason this is big as it is because of a bunch of the warm biomes we need are all the way out here. We have mostly a plain, like a temperate and cold biome area close to spawn, which I'm gonna fix next season. I want a world that we're all on one continent and we have most of the blocks we need on that continent, so we can just regen the forest as we go. So yeah, savanna and beach over here. There's a jungle there with there's a bunch of turtles there. Hold on. This can show the spawning problem very well. I moved this portal a lot, so it was better and it wasn't nearly as far. Yeah, you can see on the mini-map already. There are way too many turtles. This is not normal spawning. I don't know why it happens. Every so many chunks we get clusters of spawns, and I think you can see the problem. Yeah, it's an issue. That happened at a village. I think I still have a screenshot. Here's a screenshot. But we have a bunch of biomes over here, and I went around and put signs everywhere for these as well. The way this works is I literally just have a glass pane up there, and then I personally use a texture pack that makes them borderless. But even if you didn't have the texture pack on, it'd be like 2 lines in the sky, so it's not too big of an issue. East roof was annoying as hell. This was one of the first areas we had as a roof, or like an access point to the roof, because Lilac needed the Froglight farm. You can see where all the remnants are. Lilac needed the Froglight farm above the basalt biome because of the magma. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, my old magma farm that isn't quite loading in proper. Or my old, not magma, my gold farm. But this wasn't put in all of the best spots, or the way this lined up with the nether hub, I had to break, I think, about 20 pieces of bedrock. So that was a fun afternoon. That was great. Oh yeah, and the deserts are over there. I should actually be using this. I kind of built it for a reason, and then I forget to use it all of the time. Oop, there we go. Slowly move around. Why is that? What? Oh, there you are. Why is there a bunny in here? Probably from that portal, the Sky Island. We were gonna do like a bunch of minigames event. I was gonna nickname it the Passion Potluck between Thanksgiving and Christmas. It is currently March. It never happened. I ended up not having the time myself to get it done at all. But the plan was we were just going to do a bunch of content together, and you could just kind of bring to the table whatever you wanted. You could build something in the SMP or bring a game that everybody could play, something to that extent. It never happened. Jeez. I am excited for the next season though. There are definitely things I've left unfinished, like those random copper pipes in my base, and I could have definitely done more terraforming around the place. There's definitely more I could do, but I'm content with what I've done. I think that's the word for it. I'm pretty happy with what we got, and I'm excited for next season. I'm still not quite wholly sure of what I want to do. I have some inspirations that I've picked out, like I want to possibly just focus purely on doing interiors. Here's a picture of an old base. This is what inspired my base in season 1, the horrid mushroom thing that we're not going to talk about. And the actual way I did that is I just built a bunch of interiors. I never properly did anything more than dirt structures. I think it'd be a really fun way to go about next season, so I want to try doing that. And I'm gonna be taking the next couple days to get some inspiration, rewatch Valerian, a sci-fi movie, Valerian of City of 1,000 Planets, I believe is the full title. And Fifth Element is really good too. I'm gonna be rewatching both of those. If you haven't seen them, watch them. They're fantastic. I'm pretty sure Fifth Element's a great movie in general. Valerian tanked at the box office, but I still love it. I think with all that said, I'm just gonna share, if I do have any, I'll share some funny clips from stream. If I don't, then here are the best moments of each of the episodes. And with that, thank you all for joining me for this season. I'll see you next season. There's gonna be a few videos in between as we're getting things up and going, but that'll be it. Streams are happening Saturday, Sunday at 7 p.m. PST over on Twitch. And if you miss those, or if you're not a big fan of using Twitch at all, I do have the VOD channel. It is a second channel down below. It's a second YouTube channel, and it also has some of my random variety content or random things. Like I reacted to a bunch of my old clips when I was a baby streamer a little while back, Or I played golf. I still need to finish editing the Castle Crashers video, so that'll be up sometime soon, maybe this week. I think I actually have it planned for this week, so that'll be up Wednesday. But I think with all that said and done, officially, oh yeah, Blue Sky, TikTok, Tumblr, those all exist too. And then assets, I post builds over on Ko-fi. With all that said and done, actually this time, thank you all for joining me. I'll see you in the next season. And here are the best moments of this one. Oh my god! What has happened? What? Why? Why are there millions? What? There's one reason Passion SMP exists, and it's because I'm the kind of person where if something doesn't exist that I want, I'm just gonna make it myself.
Now, what is your favorite?
What is my favorite what?
Just answer the question. What is your favorite?
Pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds?
Pumpkin seeds.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice. I think that one needs to be... Oh god. That one, I'm gonna pull it. Which channel?
You have not witnessed Penny. Hold on, where's Penny? Oh, I can't see a thing because of... Oh, there we go. What? You can pat players? 1991, so yes, the 90s. Pebble and the Penguin, 95. So yeah, it is the 90s where we just suddenly had a bunch of animal protagonists. And I will take...
Bless you. Goodness.
Oh, that was a...
No.
Stop it.
We're gonna have a very different white man jump scare here. White man's me. We can absolutely... You found the thing that broke me. It's been a while since your shenanigans have broke me. That is the one. That... Yeah, that'll do it. I can't with this stupid fucking chicken looking. I'm just gonna drink my tea and attempt to move on with my day and fail. Yeah, we're trying to get a speed run of all 4 tunnels, so it's taking a minute. We have to get all 4 tunnels under 3 minutes. So it's been fun. Welcome to the chaos. Currently my best time